there. I hope you guys are having a great week so far. We did kick off our A to Z countdown to summer this week, so there are lots of fun activities that you can do and follow along to show your school spirit. I'll be posting in the Google Classroom along with teacher assistants posting things in the Google Classroom. But today we are going to do a little more work. We are going to read our News-2-You article. And this week it's about a person. Her name is Amy Bockerstette, and she is a golfer who created a special foundation. So we are going to be talking about her, what she has done, and learning a little bit more about her foundation. But we are going to, again, go over our vocab words. One of them is a word that we may not hear a lot, but it's going to be in the article. The first word we're going to be looking at is the word foundation. A foundation is a group of people that try to help others, okay? So it could be a group of people trying to help people with disabilities. It could be a group of people trying to help people that need money. There's so many foundations, and I am drawing a blank on all of them. It could be a foundation trying to help people with a certain illness, whether it could be cancer, Lyme disease, arthritis. There's so many foundations out there. Sometimes we have foundations that will donate money to our school so we can buy new equipment for you guys or do special events. But again, when we're talking about a foundation, we're talking about people that are helping other people, okay? The next word that we're going to review is a sport, and we might have done this sport in gym before. The sport is called golf. I don't know if any of you guys have ever played golf outside of school or watched golf on TV, but it is a sport. It's an outdoor game, typically, although they have indoor mini golf. You guys might have done mini golf before. But it's typically an outdoor game in which players will use a club to hit small balls into a hole. I just started playing golf a few years ago because my father plays golf. And when my parents moved, they moved down to an area where you could play golf almost all year round. So in order for me to get to spend extra time with my dad, my sisters and I, and sometimes my mom, we would all go play golf with him. I'm not really good at it. I don't always like it, but there's two things I really love about golf. One, driving the cart, and two, going to the clubhouse for lunch afterwards. But I have gotten used to playing a little more, and I've gotten a little bit better. I'm not consistent, but I am going to share a few photos of my family and I playing golf, or just some basic things. I have so many funny memories that make me laugh even now, just thinking about it, with my parents playing golf, especially my mom, who sometimes is out to lunch when we're playing. But I'm just going to share some pictures. So this first picture is just me and my dad. We're in the golf cart together, driving around, because golf courses, the place where you play, is really big. It would be very tiring if you were to walk the whole course because it's spread out. So you will get a golf cart, like a mini car, that you will drive from hole to hole. It also holds your clubs, which are very heavy, especially if you have to carry them long distances. But you just drive around from hole to hole. Golf can take a very long time, especially if you're not good at it, like me. But again, this is just me and my dad, one of our times playing golf together. This is a picture I took. Let me show you. That's my father, a family friend, Rich, who was playing with me and my dad one time. This is my ball here. I had this blue one. I think this was my dad's and Rich's, and this was me at the hole. I was so close to putting it in. But that's kind of just like what part of the setup looks like. This is just another picture of me And my aunt, one of my aunts, we were again in the golf cart. Sometimes my aunt and my uncle, one of my aunts and uncles, will come with us and we will golf together as a group. And this is just her and I in the golf cart, enjoying a nice day driving around. This is one of my sisters and I. Let me see if I can make it bigger. I can't for some reason. All right, well, that's one of my sisters and I. We were putting. We were practicing putting and driving at the driving range. Just having fun. This one, this is my other sister. She's the baby. And she was also with us, but as you can see, she's not a big fan of golf either. So she spent a good amount of time while my other sister and I were practicing hitting the ball. She spent a lot of her time just lounging, watching us. Sometimes golf can be exhausting. It can be boring. It could just be too hard for us. And sometimes you just need a break. I know I have quit many a times during a golf game. I've given up. And my final picture is me and my other sister. I have two sisters. Again, we were in the golf cart getting ready to start our golf game. So those are just some pictures. Golf can be really fun to some people, and to some people they think it's really boring. I kind of look at it as you just have to make the best of it. There's great aspects to it. You get to be outside. You get to drive around in a really cool cart. You get to pick what color ball you use. You get to hit the ball. And there's really no pressure depending on who you're working with. So, again, golf, just another sport. It's another game you can play. Another word we're going to hear in our story, back to our vocab, is the word try. And we tell you guys all the time at school, when you're doing an activity, when you're doing a job, when you're doing a mobility activity, just to try it. Try means to make an attempt at doing something. It doesn't mean you're going to do it perfectly. It doesn't mean you're going to succeed every time, but it means you're putting in the effort. So for me, I try very hard at golf, but I'm not always good. I don't always finish, and I don't always like it, but I'm at least trying, okay? And that's what we really want for you guys to do. Always try. Try something, because you never know if you'll like it, you'll never know if you're going to be good at it, and you'll never know if you're going to succeed if you don't try. And the last word we're going to look at is the word best, okay? Best is a describing word. And that means the most excellent effort that one can make, all right? Again, using two of our vocab words here, trying your best, okay? That means you're making an attempt to do something, but you're putting in your best effort, okay? Your most excellent effort. Doesn't always mean you're going to be perfect. It doesn't always mean you're going to win, but you're doing the best job, the most excellent job that you can do. And that's all we really ever ask for from you guys. Putting in your best effort. All right? So we're going to read our article about Amy Bockerstette and her foundation. I hope you guys enjoy the article. And I'm going to try to zoom in just a little bit. All right. One day I'll get the hang of all of this, guys. Amy Bockerstette's foundation. Amy Bockerstette is a golfer from Phoenix, Arizona. So she plays golf. It's something she really likes doing. It might be part of her job, because there are people who play golf professionally. One of the most popular ones that I know of that you guys might have heard of is Tiger Woods. But Amy, she lives in Arizona, which is a state all the way on the other side of the country, near California. It's usually very hot there. There might be a lot more desert out in Arizona. I don't know if any of you guys have ever been to Arizona, but the Grand Canyon is there. I've been there once when I was in middle school. I do remember it being very, very hot, very, very dry, and lots of rocks at the Grand Canyon, a lot of sand, but it was cool. It was super cool. So Amy is from a state called Arizona. Amy is a person with Down syndrome. Okay? So Amy does have a disability, and we know lots of our friends, including ourselves, have disabilities. We also know that we have friends in our school that have Down syndrome as well. Amy and her family started a foundation. A foundation is a group of people that helps others. So Amy is someone that not only likes to golf, but she is a person that likes to help other people. Most of you guys are great helpers. You enjoy helping others at school, and that's a great quality to have. Now, Amy, she is 21 years old, so she is close to your guys' age. She is a very good golfer. Amy goes to college now. Amy got a golf scholarship to pay for college. Okay? A scholarship is an award that you get if you have really good grades, if you're really good at a sport, if you're very involved in your school community. So it's an award that you get, and you will get money to go to school because people, when they go to college, you have to pay for it, and it can be very expensive. I know that when I was going to college, I got scholarship money for my grades. I was not that great of an athlete, but I got money for my grades to help me pay for my school. It's really awesome that people are able to get scholarships, but it's even more awesome that Amy was able to get a golf scholarship to pay for college, because Amy is the first person with Down syndrome to get a college sports scholarship. Okay, so she's the first person that has Down syndrome that was able to get this special award. Okay, that's a huge accomplishment for her. She's a really good golfer if she got a scholarship. Okay, Amy plays on her college golf team. All right. So in order for her to keep the money for college, she has to play golf in school. She has to be good. And she currently plays on her team at college. Amy went to a big golf tournament in 2019. The tournament was for professional golfers. Okay, that means this is their job and they're very good at it. One of the professional golfers was Gary Woodland. Gary invited Amy to play during this tournament. How do you think that made Amy feel? Well, Amy, she was excited, and she was really excited to play with these professional golfers. Amy hit the golf ball into the sand. Hitting a ball out of the sand can be very hard. So on the golf courses, they have these sand pits. And if you hit it into the sand pit, you have to be able to hit it out to get it back on the green, on the lawn. Like the article said, hitting a ball out of the sand can be very hard. I can attest to that. Now, Gary, he wanted to help Amy. Amy said, "I got this." And then she hit a great golf shot. It's very hard to do that, guys. It's hard to get a good golf shot out of the sand. People posted a video of Amy's shot online. Millions of others saw the video. They saw Amy try her best. And again, that's all we ever ask from people. Try your best. She made others want to try their best too. So Amy and her family, they decided to help others. I'm going to show you, after we read the article, a clip of Amy's really amazing shot that people watched over and over again. Amy and her family, they started a foundation in 2019. The foundation is the I Got This Foundation. The foundation helps people with special needs play golf. Playing golf helps people make friends, get exercise, make memories, and have fun. Amy Bockerstette is a very good golfer. Amy tries to do her best. Amy and her family started the I Got This Foundation. The foundation wants people to try their best. The foundation wants people to say, I got this. So that was the full article right there. We are going to read some shorter pieces. This first one is about a person in the news. And again, that's Amy Bockerstette. She was born in 1998. And Amy Bockerstette is a golfer. She started to play golf in the 8th grade. So when she was probably 12 or 13, maybe she started playing. Amy plays the piano. So in addition to doing golf, she likes to play the piano. She also likes to study dance in college. Amy gives speeches about Down syndrome. All right. And again, Down syndrome is a type of disability. So Amy is a very busy girl, but she also is someone that tries her best and helps others and inspires other people. Another person in the news that we read about is a famous golfer named Gary Woodland, okay? Gary Woodland was born in 1984, so he's the same age as me, because that's my birth year too. Now, Gary Woodland played golf at the University of Kansas, which is in the middle of the country. It's a state, Kansas, and one of our friends has a favorite character, Dorothy, that lived in Kansas. So Gary, after he played golf in college, he then became a professional golfer, meaning this became his job. Gary won the U.S. Open golf tournament in 2019. The U.S. Open, guys, is one of the biggest golf tournaments there. If you win it, it means you're a really good golfer. Gary played golf with Amy Bockerstette, and they became friends. And our last little article is about where Amy's from, which is Phoenix, Arizona. Okay. Amy Bockerstette lives in Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix is in southwestern Arizona. Phoenix is the capital city of Arizona. We know every state, guys, has a capital. We live in New York. Our capital is Albany, where our school is. In Arizona, their capital is Phoenix. We know our country's capital is Washington, D.C., where the president lives. Okay? So again, every state has a capital, and our country has a capital. The state Amy comes from and where she lives is the capital of Arizona, Phoenix. Now, the weather in Arizona is usually hot, okay? So where she lives in Phoenix, Arizona, it's usually very hot, and that is true. Phoenix is also in the desert, which means it's hot, very dry. They don't always get a lot of rain, and you might see a lot of sand and cacti, okay? As I promised, I'm going to show you the video of Amy's amazing shot, all right? And then I will read the article with you guys again. We'll look at the questions, but of course, you will fill out your worksheets on Google Classroom. But let's take a look at this video. All right, so here's some pictures of Amy, okay? Here she is. This is about her I Got This Foundation. It says on January 29th, 2019, at the Waste Management Phoenix Opens Dream Day, at the Waste Management Phoenix Opens Dream Day on the famous 16th hole at TPC Scottsdale Stadium course, that is a mouthful, Amy Bockerstette, who has Down syndrome, demonstrated to the golfing world what a determined athlete with self-confidence and a positive attitude can achieve. While playing with the PGA Tour players Gary Woodland and Matt Kuchar, I don't know if that's his name, during a Tuesday practice round, Amy hit the par 3 tee shot 117 yards into a greenside bunker, splashed her sand shot to within 10 feet of the pin and made her par putt in front of a roaring crowd. "I Got This" foundation was born out of this moment, which was captured on video by the PGA Tour and has since gone viral, receiving more than 44 million views on social media platforms. Now, that was a whole mouthful, but pretty much what they were talking about was Amy, who is a young lady with Down syndrome. She got to play in a tournament with professional golfers. She hit her ball into the sand, like we read, and that's a very hard shot to putt out of or hit out of. She managed to hit a really amazing shot, and after that moment, her and her family decided to start this I Got This foundation. That has a lot of golf lingo that even I don't fully understand. All right, let me try to find the video. I don't know if this is it. Well, let's take a look at this video.
That's him. That's him. Yeah. What's he doing?
How are you? Are you Amy?
Yes.
Give me a hug. I'm Gary. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I hear you're a good golfer.
Yes.
You are? You want to come with the hole with us?
Yes.
Come on, let's go. Hi, I'm Matt. What's your name? Amy. This is John.
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I heard you're a heck of a player.
Yes.
Awesome. You want to hit a shot?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Oh! Yeah!
You want your golf shoes? We got your clubs right here.
Big focus, all right?
They love me.
I know about that.
There you go. Well, nice to meet you. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You need a tee?
All right.
See the flag right in the middle?
Yes.
You got this, kiddo.
Yeah, I got this.
Nice. Give me a 5.
So cool. They love me. Awesome. Awesome.
You like all these people?
Yes.
You want to hit it out?
Yeah.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Let's do it.
I got this.
I love it.
You can do this. You can do this.
Nice. That is awesome. That is awesome. Let's go. Let's go putt. We're going to make this.
Yeah.
That is so good.
Awesome. Thank you.
That was fantastic.
Thank you. It's amazing.
What do you think? Going a little left?
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and make that?
Okay. I got this.
You got it?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
That is so awesome.
Yes.
You are so awesome.
Thank you.
That is so good.
Wow, so cool. Incredible.
Thank you.
Wave.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. You are so good.
Thank you.
Amy, it was awesome to meet you.
That's
You're an
nice to
inspiration to us, all right?
Okay.
You're our hero.
Oh, you're amazing. Thank you. I'm so proud of you. You happy? Yes.
Okay, so again, that was a video of Amy when she met Gary Woodland, the professional golfer, and it showed her really amazing shot hitting that ball out of the sand. But if you guys paid attention to the video, you heard Amy say several times in that video, "I got this." And that's always the attitude I want you to have, whether it's playing a sport, using your device, doing work at school, doing work at home right now. When you're up in equipment, always try to keep in mind that you got this. You can do it. Just try your best. Okay? We are going to read the article one more time, and then I will just do the review questions with you. Amy Bockerstette's Foundation. Amy Bockerstette is a golfer from Phoenix, Arizona. She is a person with Down syndrome. Amy and her family started a foundation. A foundation is a group of people that helps others. Amy is 21 years old. She is a very good golfer. Amy goes to college now. Amy got a golf scholarship to pay for college. She is the first person with Down syndrome to get a college sports scholarship. Amy plays on her college's golf team. Now, Amy went to a big golf tournament in 2019. The tournament was for professional golfers. One of the professional golfers was Gary Woodland. Gary invited Amy to play during the tournament. Amy was excited to play. Amy hit the golf ball, into sand. Hitting a ball out of sand can be very hard. Gary, he wanted to help Amy. But Amy said, "I got this." And then she hit a great golf shot. And we just watched that. People posted a video of Amy's shot online. Millions of others saw the video. They saw Amy try her best. She made others want to try their best too. Like Gary said, she's an inspiration. So Amy and her family decided to help others. Amy and her family started a foundation in 2019. The foundation is the I Got This Foundation. The foundation helps people with special needs play golf. Playing golf helps people make friends, get exercise, make memories, and have fun. Amy Bockerstette is a very good golfer. Amy tries to do her best, and she inspires other people to try too. Amy and her family started the I Got This Foundation. The foundation wants people to try their best. The foundation wants people to say, "I got this." So we are going to do our review questions. However, I am going to post the recipe, which is Phoenix, oh my God, I put two words together, Phoenix fish wraps. So it's a simple recipe that I'll post in the classroom. You'll need tuna fish, mayo, taco seasoning, onion, celery, lettuce, and tortillas. So if you like wraps and you're a fan of tuna fish, this might be something you would want to make with your family for lunch or even dinner. So let's look at our review page. Again, I'm just reading the questions and the choices with you. It will be up to you if you want to just listen to the questions on this video, or if you also want to go on the Google Classroom and try to answer them and have someone help put your answers into your worksheets that I have made for you. I'm going to zoom in. All right, zoom in a little more if I can. All right, so our first question is, what is the paper about? Did we read about A, thanking hospital workers, B, growing food at home, or C, Amy Bockerstette's foundation? You guys can use your communication devices and use your A, B, C page. You could use your yes/no responses, or if you can point to your answer on the worksheet. All right. Question 2. Who started a foundation with her family? Was it A, Amy Bockerstette, B, Alicia Keys, or C, Christina Koch? Again, if you're following along and doing your worksheet with the video, feel free to pause to give yourself time to answer. Question 3. Where is Amy Bockerstette from? Remember, we talked about a place on the West Coast where it's very hot, very dry, and lots of desert. So is Amy from A, Orlando, Florida, B, Phoenix, Arizona, or C, Dallas, Texas? Question 4. What does the foundation help people play? It's the same sport Amy likes to play. Is it A, volleyball, B, soccer, or C, golf? All right. This question's a little tricky, but I want you to try your best. That's all I can ask for. What did Amy get to pay for college? Okay, she got a special award. Was it A, a coupon, B, a scholarship, or C, a gift card? And last but not least, number 6, what is golf? Is it A, a craft, B, a board game, or C, a sport? What did we say golf was? All right. Feel free to go on Google Classroom anytime this week or on to next week and try to do these questions with someone at home after listening to this video and filling in your answers. Okay, we are just going to look at our Think page because I also posted that there. But it's also, the Think page is really where you guys give your opinions, and we talk about this all the time. Everyone has their own opinion. There's really no right or wrong answer to it. I don't know what I just did. There's no right or wrong answer to it, having an opinion. The important thing is trying your best and sharing your thoughts, because I love hearing what you have to say. I love to hear what you guys are thinking. And it's important, especially as you guys are older now. In order to have good conversations with people, you have to be able to share what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what your thoughts are. So our Think page, again, this is going to be on the Google Classroom, and it's so mom or dad or whoever's at home with you can type in your answers. If you want to put full sentences together, that's great. If you would rather just give me one-word answers, that's also great. Just do your best and do what works best for you. The first question that you can answer is, what are you good at? So think of something that you're good at. It could be a sport. It could be another activity. It could be anything, honestly. Cooking, helping people, making people laugh, drawing, coloring, painting. Just think of something that you're good at, something that you really like doing. You guys all have talents. Even telling me you're really good at using your communication device, or you're really good at helping out at school or at home. There's so many things that people are good at, and I'm really curious as to what you think you're really good at. Question 2, we talked about how Amy likes to play golf. Golf is a sport, but there's lots of things that you can play. So what is something that you like to play? It could be a sport or a game, an activity. What is something that you like to play with other people? And our last question, I believe, is a who question. Question 3 says, who helps you try your best? All right, so who is someone in your life that inspires you, that challenges you, that encourages you to try your best? It could be someone at home. It could be someone from school. It could be a friend. It could be a family member. It could be a teacher. It could be a classmate. There's so many people that you guys see and work with and do things with that might be someone that inspires you. So who helps you try your best? I'm really curious about that question. Who do you think is someone that's really helpful for you? I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I'm going to try to find a book for me to read about Down syndrome because we know that Amy is a young lady with a disability, Down syndrome. We also know we have friends in our school that have Down syndrome. So I'm going to try to see if I can find a book about it so we can learn a little bit more about what Down syndrome is. But I've hoped you enjoyed this part of the video, and if I can find a book, I will throw it on with this video. Oh, and don't forget, tomorrow, Miss Nancy and I are going to do our cooking video instead of music this week, so we hope you enjoy. Talk to you later. So I was able to find a book about Down syndrome on Epic Books that I'm just going to read with you guys. So we have a little bit more of a background on what Amy has and how it might affect her ability to do certain things. So what is Down syndrome? This boy right here has Down syndrome. Learning new things is hard for him. So is speaking clearly. Some movements are hard. His body does not always move how he wants it to. Sometimes he needs extra help from parents and teachers. But he is a good friend and he loves to have fun. All right. Down syndrome affects the brain and the body. That makes some things harder to do. One big thing is learning. So sometimes people who have Down syndrome, it's hard for them to learn new things. Reading, math, and writing are harder. Many people with Down syndrome do learn these skills. It just takes longer. And that's okay. We know for a lot of us in our class, it just takes a little bit longer for us to learn stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that. Most people with Down syndrome are born with weak muscles. That makes some movements difficult. Babies learn to crawl and walk later. Some kids have trouble using buttons and zippers. Using forks or spoons may be hard too. The muscles get stronger as the kids grow up. But adults with Down syndrome may struggle with some tasks. Many people with Down syndrome share certain features. They have small heads and ears, they have slanted eyes, and sometimes their tongues stick out. They are often short, and they have wide hands with short fingers. But each person with Down syndrome is different. They do not all look the same. And here, right here, there's two people that have Down syndrome. There's a lady here and a young man here. They have similar features, but they do not look exactly the same. So what causes Down syndrome? Down syndrome is not a sickness. You cannot catch it like a cold. So you can't pass it on. If I were to sneeze on someone, you're not going to be able to catch Down syndrome. A person is born with it. It starts inside the body's cells. That is where the chromosomes are. Your chromosomes determine all kinds of things about you. They determine if you are a boy or a girl, if you have black or blonde hair. They determine if you're short or tall. Now, most people have 46 chromosomes in each cell. Half of them come from your mom, and the other half come from dad. But some people are born with 47 instead of 46. That extra chromosome is what causes Down syndrome, okay? Chromosomes are so tiny, you can't see them with your eyes. You would need, I think, a microscope, a very powerful microscope to see them. So this is just a picture of what a chromosome looks like, okay? Someone drew this. This is not something, you can't look at my skin and look at, and see all my chromosomes. It's just not going to happen. Types of Down syndrome. Now, every person with Down syndrome, again, is different. They have their own personalities. They like and dislike different things, right? Just like any person. They have their own interests. They also have different levels of Down syndrome. For some people, it's very severe, and they need lots of help. Everyday tasks are hard for them. Many people with Down syndrome have a milder form of it. They learn more easily, they can do a lot of things on their own, they go to school, some even go to college, and they get jobs and have families. It sounds like Amy, based on what we know about her, she might have a more mild form of Down syndrome. Okay? This is a picture of a man named Dr. John Langdon Down. He lived quite a while ago in the 1800s, and Down syndrome is named after him because he was the first person to describe Down syndrome. Now, treating Down syndrome. There's no cure for it, okay? You can't take medicine, you can't get a shot, you can't take a pill for it. There is no cure, but there is help. It comes from parents and healthcare workers and teachers. Together, they form a team. Just like with you guys have a team of people, your parents, healthcare workers and teachers, therapists, that work together to help you guys. The team helps with all kinds of learning problems. They also help with body movement, and they teach kids and adults to speak more clearly. In this picture here, you can see a little girl who has Down syndrome. It looks like she's getting some therapy, and she's using a therapy ball. Don't we have those in our school? And I know some of you guys like to use those. Many people with Down syndrome have health problems. They may have weak eyesight or hearing, so they may have to get glasses. Heart problems are also common. So are stomach problems. Doctors can treat many of these problems, so they can get help from the doctor for that. And many people with Down syndrome live long, healthy lives. Living with Down syndrome. Kids with Down syndrome are a lot like you, okay? They like to play with their friends, they like to laugh and have fun. Most of them go to school every day. Some of them go to special schools. These schools work with kids who have disabilities. And we know that we go to a school that helps kids with disabilities, right? And we do have peers and friends that are in our school that do have Down syndrome. But many kids with Down syndrome also go to their public schools, okay? There's a question in the book, and it says, "My brother has Down syndrome. Why do some kids make fun of him?" All right. The answer the book gave is some kids make fun of those who are different, okay? And that happens. Sometimes kids will make fun of people because they're different. And sometimes people with Down syndrome may look different or they may act a little different. But being teased, as the book says here, it hurts no matter what. I know I was teased when I was growing up as a kid. You know, kids just sometimes pick on people if they're a little different. But doesn't matter if you're different physically, if you like different things, if you behave a little differently. Everyone deserves to be treated with respect. Everyone deserves to be treated nicely. And again, if you guys are ever picked on, please let an adult know, let someone know, and we can help you, all right? But unfortunately, sometimes people will pick on others because they are different. And that's not okay, and you can always talk to someone about that. Many grown-ups with Down syndrome, they lead full lives. They work in businesses or factories. They may become a writer or an artist or performers. They have hobbies and they enjoy doing sports, and they like going out with friends. Some adults with Down syndrome will live with their families, and others will live with roommates or get helpers. Some get married, and others will just decide to live on their own. So, do you have a friend with Down syndrome? Or do you at least know someone with Down syndrome? Find things that you both like to do. Be patient when your friend speaks. Take time to really listen and stand up for your friend if someone is being hurtful. Then you can both have fun. That's the end of our story. So again, Down syndrome is just another form of a disability that affects maybe how you are able to move, how you're able to learn, how you're able to communicate. But whether you have a disability or not, it does not matter. We all have our own likes and dislikes. We're all human, and we should all be treating each other with respect and lots of love and caring. I hope you guys enjoyed the story and the article. Please let me know if you have any questions, if you want to share anything, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!